Okay, here we go.
We need to talk about Bad Baby because she posted a picture that appears to show that net money, not even gross money, net money, she brought in $42 million from OnlyFans over a year. Right, and she did this because she previously claimed she made $50 million on the platform, which you can see in her gross total, but apparently enough people doubted her, so she just came in hot with these receipts. And the thing is, like, I do well for myself, but this made me feel middle class. Now, I'm not gonna be a hater. I believe that sex work is real work. I've been very, very clear about that. Granted, with this specific situation, it does feel a little bit weird because there were just like so many people waiting for her to turn 18 that she made like $1 million in the first 6 hours, so there's that creepy element. But at the end of the day, when she did this, she was a consenting adult doing with her body as she pleased, and she made bank, and even more impressively, right, she made it off of a weird Dr. Phil interview. She kind of did the reverse Kim Kardashian, right? Rather than nudity or sex tape and then going kind of more mainstream, she did the opposite. Though, I will say, because of the rise of OnlyFans, that is becoming increasingly common. Right? You have a number of examples on TikTok, for example. You have very attractive people posting thirst trap, dancing, kind of lip sync videos. They then turn that into an OnlyFans career that makes them millions upon millions of dollars. Belle Delphine, who just came back to the public internet, I think is a great example of that. With her and others essentially using every other social media platform as just a free promotional
Okay, so I was looking into this, right? Because this story came out a while ago, and a lot of people celebrating it. She making 18 million, all this other stuff, and everyone's like, boo, boo, boo. Get it, boo, boo. Right? Everybody's super happy for it, and I think it's fantastic. I just want to ask, where are these same people, when a 19-year-old wants to fuck a 35-year-old and everybody lose their mind? Just ask. When a 22-year-old or 21-year-old wants to fuck a 40-year-old, oh my God, that's unacceptable. I just don't understand how somebody can turn 18, get on OnlyFans, everybody celebrates like this huge victory because she's apparently mature enough all of a sudden, right, according to these people, to do OnlyFans, breaking in 50 million, exposing herself, okay, as much as she's exposing herself apparently, to random dudes all over the internet.
I can understand.
You can understand?
I can answer that. I can answer that. The thing is, humans are weird.
Okay.
In the sense that we imagine stuff. The minute we say that girl, that 19-year-old, is with a 35, we imagine them fucking. And we don't like that. We know there's skin-to-skin contact. It's confirmed like a Don King perm. It's like
a dirty king perm.
Yes, also. Like a dirty king perm. Okay? It's confirmed. It's like, people don't like it. It's like, jizz all over her face. They don't like that. They imagine that.
Okay.
OnlyFans, they just think it's just pictures. There's no interaction. It's most people are like, I really think so. That people are weird like that. That they
just
really
so
they really classify things differently as they don't do something. They don't go inside. We have a weird thing with sexuality like that where we imagine this thing.
To me, it's just funny. It's just fun. That's all it is. I just think it's interesting.
It's a great point.
That everybody, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. You're 18. Do what you want. Mm-hmm. If you can go out and grab a rifle and go shoot people in foreign countries, I think you should choose. Mm-hmm. If you want to do OnlyFans, I don't care. I just think it's crazy that the moment the same person wants to fuck somebody way older, there's a problem. Mm-hmm. She's too young. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, she's not mature enough. Her prefrontal cortex hasn't developed. Mm-hmm. 50 mil out here chatting with old geezers in the messages, right? On OnlyFans, that's how she makes most of her money, by the way. Direct messages and conversation with people. Yeah. It's not just, subscribe. I can assure you. So, I never understood this kind of consistency. It's sexual liberation. It's, I want to do what I want. My body, my choice. Fantastic. Can't fuck old dude, apparently, because you're not mature enough. But how do those two things coexist?
Because people really are weird like that. Give you another example. I have a sex podcast in French, right? With my co-host. She's a girl. And then she was talking about, I got a 19-year-old at home, and his friends are not thinking about me. They can't. I'm like, there's a possibility that your friend, your kid's friend, think about you in a sexual way. They're like, nah, I'm not the standard. I'm not this. I'm like, yes, it is. And she was like, I'm kind of grossed out by it. And it was fine if it was a random 19-year-old, but not her son's friends. And I'm like, just because of the friendship with your son, that's the only thing that makes it that, now it's a no in your head. And that's how people are weird. And I understand her why she wouldn't. But
you could understand why somebody wouldn't.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
it's like,
It's a possibility, right?
yeah.
And people, just a little thing is a little parameter that really doesn't matter at the end of the day is gonna change. And to them, it changed the whole situation. You have a male body, a female body, people thinking about whatever. That's it. And it might happen. Whether there's a connection with your son or not, that's a parameter that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not even part of the equation. As a matter of fact, it could actually amplify the fact that, anyways, all that to say, humans are weird.
Yeah.
Humans are weird. The parallels that we make makes no sense. The shortcuts sometimes that we make makes no sense. It's not based in logic.
You know what was funny too? It was like that story about that 17-year-old, that 15-year-old that were banging. And then the dude, the 17-year-old guy who was banging the 15-year-old, right? They were in a relationship, took a picture of her naked body and like consenting. And they charged him with holding kitty.
Pornographic.
Yay. And I'm like, so wait, he could be inside her. He can't just take a photo of her?
Yes.
Yes. And then everyone's like, yeah, because now it's digital. I was like, does that really?
did you-
And it sent him to jail. I'm like, what?
Did you hear what you just said? It made no sense.
But again, we have a very strange relationship with sex. Okay, we have a very weird relationship where we have two things happening simultaneously. On one hand, you are grown enough to do whatever you want. On the other, well, these are all the ways you're not grown enough. Imagine as an adult if that's really how things worked for the most part. And I know we have some stupid laws. I know in America, for example, they have one law where it's like you can't drink until you're 21, but you can go shoot people and do whatever you want. It's like, and we also know every college student's drinking. Okay, they're at their parties, they're getting wasted. It's happening. But anyways, they're not old enough.
No,
Cool.
they're not old enough. They can't possibly.
It's one of those dumb laws. It makes
they
no sense.
cannot possibly do that.
Yes, they can go out there and grab weed in legal states, right? Because once you're 18, you can start smoking.
Impossible.
Can't drink. Anyways,
They would
it doesn't
never-
need to make sense. But for the vast majority of things, once you hit 18, you're good to go. We acknowledge you as an adult. We give you the right to vote, which is one of the biggest privileges that you can have as a person. You can buy homes. You can do all this stuff.
That
And it speaks to the weird relationship that folks have when it comes to sex. One. And two, it also speaks to the way society tries to frame everything as women are both simultaneously developing faster than men and simultaneously not old enough to handle sex. Because they're too immature, apparently, there. That's one of the other funny things. Like, remember they used to say that? The women's brains develop because of social life. But they can't at 19. I see this stuff and I just laugh at it from afar. Because I'm the type of person who's like, well, have whatever freedoms you want. Once you're old enough, like, whatever. Unless this person's your guardian, the person who is your manager, or, you know, your police officer, some crazy thing like that, I don't care. But everybody else is like, nah, you can't do that. And I don't know. To me, it just makes me, I just think it's funny. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up real quick.
I understand.
Shout out to Barbie, Baby or whatever. Bad Barbie, baby? Bad Baby?
Yeah, you can't call her Catch Me Outside girl. She don't like that.
All right, so the
Barbie.
Catch Me Outside girl. Shout out to her. She made a lot of money. You know what I mean? No hate on that at all.
Miss Bergoli.
So, yeah. I just wanted to bring that up real quick.